Alright, so here we go. Now we wait for the challenge to be accepted. Alright, so here we go. So we lost the roll, but our hand does everything we want it to, so we're going to snap keep. We have lots of worse sixes, so this is a pretty strong 7. We're not beating an aggressive strategy with this, most likely, if they come out of the gates firing, but it's strong enough we don't know what we're playing against, so we're going to keep it. So again, we're snap keeping. And we're waiting for our opponent. Let's see what we're playing against. Okay, so Evolving Wilds. So I guess every deck plays Evolving Wilds, so it's possible that this is still a different deck. Okay, Swamp. So it's either Mono Black Zombies, which usually would not Evolving Wilds for Swamp, or some sort of 3-color token deck. So right now I'm going to put my opponent on the token deck. And we draw Grook's a good draw. Alright, so we open with Hinterland Harbor because it comes into play tapped, plus we want to be think twicing on turn 2. We don't want to be Desperate Raving anytime soon because our hand's too good. We usually want to save Desperate Ravings for when our hand is garbage. It looks like our opponent either F6'd or kept a 1-lander, which is awkward. So we're going to ship it back here, and we're going to think twice on a turn. Alright, he must have F6'd. Just think twice here in response to his Traveler's Amulet. No reason not to. And we're casting Burning Vengeance next turn. Cool. So he is black, white, green. And we draw Sulphur Falls. No reason not to play Sulphur Falls, so that's what we're going to do. And now we get the luxury of tapping 3 different colors of mana for our Burning Vengeance, something I'm very fond of. Just It's why one of the reasons I like 4-color and 5-color decks, because there's 4 drops and 5 drops you can just tap one of each mana for. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so he's done nothing. We're in a very good spot here. Third island or third mountain. There's not that much blue in the deck, so the third mountain is worth a lot more. We could cast Hunt Master here, but we're not sure what he's doing, so we are going to... Actually, we're going to cast Faithless Looting here, discarding these 2 islands, and flashback Think Twice at the end of his turn? Makes sense? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Let's see. What can he have that punishes us for playing Garruk? If he has his own Garruk... Huh, this is interesting. Midnight Hunting doesn't kill our Garruk, which we can then protect. He can't have pump spells. Alright, so we definitely change of plans. We want a Garruk here. There's no way he can kill it. So, unless he has some awkward pump spell, but none of these decks ever play pump spells, so we're going to Garruk here and hope he just Midnight Hunting, so puts our Garruk at 1, and then we can control it from there. Yep, he does have Midnight Hunting. Alright. So this is a reasonable spot for us. Yeah, Garruk with no counters. Kind of sick. So, Garruk is getting whacked. Then we flip. And here, no matter what, we're always +1-ing. I guess I could have attacked first. It's not that big of a difference. Like, it doesn't change my line of play. So we're going to attack with the wolf. And now I have to decide if I want to Hunt Master or not. And the problem is, if I don't Hunt Master, if he has a second Midnight Hunting, my Garruk is dead anyways. But if I do Hunt Master, he doesn't need the Midnight Hunting. So we really want to kind of try and protect our Garruk as much as possible, since Planeswalkers are good, and they they give you a lot of power in the control matches and whatever. So I'm going to hope that he doesn't have a Midnight Hunting, and we're just going to cast Faithless Looting here, and we're going to plan on flashing back Think Twice. Alright, so we 4th mountain and a 3rd island. 4th mountain's still better, so we're going to pitch the islands, play the mountain, and then we definitely want to pass here, and hopefully he doesn't have Midnight Hunting number 2. Although it feels like he should. No, he doesn't. Okay, that's good for us. So we can flash back the Think Twice and kill one of his spirits. Oh, he has Gavany Township. That sucks for us. Well, we'll make him to commit to pumping. We kill it. Yeah, we're going to kill one of his guys. Here comes the Township Pump. Yep, our Garruk is dead anyways. Alright. And it looks like we're going to have to flash back Faithless Looting, unfortunately. Go ahead and move into combat. Let's see, if we cast Hunt Master, is he really going to waste his turn townshipping his spirit? If he does, Hunt Master flips, we can still flash back Faithless Looting. Alright, so Hunt Master's just better all around. The consideration here is going to be, do I play my land or do I hang on to it? And we want to be, we kind of want 6 lands anyways to be able to double flashback in one turn or whatnot. So we're going to play the Evolving Wilds here. And we're going to crack it, grabbing... It doesn't really matter what we grab, since we're never casting 2 green spells on the same turn, since all of our green spells cost 4 mana. So we'll probably grab the island at this point. And the game plan is to Faithless Looting, discarding a Desperate Ravings, and then flashing back Desperate Ravings on the same turn if we have to, or like if we want to flip back a Ravager or something like that. But this provides a reasonable amount of pressure to our opponent, so... Alright, and there's the deadweight for our Huntmaster. So we're hoping that he didn't have deadweight because now we can still Gavony Township his Spirit. But it looks like, okay, he's casting a Bloodgift Demon. That's fine. So we're just going to have to smash the Bloodgift Demon twice with our Burning Vengeance here. So we're going to crack this in response. Grab an island. And this is an interesting spot for us. Can we apply more pressure? We can't really cast Huntmaster, so we are just going to have to Faithless Looting plus Desperate Ravings and hope we don't discard the Huntmaster. Alright, so we draw land, so that's good for us. So, let's see. No reason to hardcast Ravings. Let's start with the Faithless Looting and see what we find. Smash the demon for 2. And we want to kill the demon before we attack because we want to put pressure, because right now we have a 3-turn clock on him. So if we attack, I don't want to give him the chance to trade the demon for a wolf here, because my wolf just does more damage in the long term. And that was a reasonable draw. Here we are just going to discard... Do we ever need to play the land? Are we going to Geist Flame for anything? No, we're not going to Geist Flame. So we don't need the land and we don't need Desperate Ravings. The question is, do we discard 2 Desperate Ravings? And I think the answer is yes. Because we may need to flash back something at some point and not be able to hardcast the Desperate Ravings. So we're going to flash this back. And hopefully we don't discard something good here. Didn't really need the Blasphemous Act. We're going to keep the land in our hand because of Faithless Looting considerations plus Desperate Ravings considerations. And we're going to go into combat. And he's getting to the point where now he's down to 10, and we legitimately have enough flashback to kill him. So we just have to avoid dying or letting him gain life somehow. And we're in an okay spot. And this looks like a Garuk. Okay, so I'd imagine he fights our wolf here. Okay, he's making a wolf. This just seems far worse since we have Burning Vengeance in play. But, whatever. So here, okay, he didn't attack. He might have a Tragic Slip, so... If we kill both of his guys and he Tragic Slips our wolf, we get him for 3, putting him to 7. Well, we draw the second Burning Vengeance, so our decision's super easy now at this point. Yeah. 2 red open. Do we need 3 red open for anything? We could have 4 mana. Do we want to cast Faithless Looting plus flashback Desperate Ravings this turn? And play our land? No, that's got to just be worse. That's got to be worse than keeping our land, right? Yeah, okay. So... Huh. We Faithless Looting. What are we going to discard? If we keep the land, if we Faithless Looting, we discard Ravings and Geist Flame. Flashback Ravings. Okay, I guess I'm behind keeping our land here. So we are going to Faithless Looting, and then we're going to flashback Faithless Looting if we, depending on what we draw. Okay, so we can pitch those 2. We want to play our land. And we're going to flash Faithless Looting back. Zap the wolf. Zap the spirit. And we're going to discard Geist Flame plus probably our Garuk, since we don't really care about his. We'll attack him for 5, and he should be dead. Guess it depends if he has Tragic Slip or not, but we have enough flashback in our game. There's no way he's killing us before we can flashback enough spells to kill him. So I'm not even concerned about the Garruk at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we need land number 8? Are we ever casting like 2 Hunt Masters in one turn? Nah, I can't see it. Alright. So we're just going to send everything at him. And whether he has Tragic Slip or not, he should be dead. Because even if he has Tragic Slip, he's going to go to 7. I guess if he has double Tragic Slip, he's okay because he's at 9. But if he goes to 7, we just have 2 flashback spells to kill him. Okay, so he does have double Tragic Slip. So he goes to 9, and we're just flashing back Geist Flame next turn plus Ravings, and that'll kill him that way. Hey Ben, how's it going? Thanks for replying. I wasn't sure how I was coming through on the mic, but if it's good, it's good. I think I got all the kinks worked out, but this is first time streaming, so if there's anything that you guys think I should be doing differently or whatever, let me know. Be sure to, give me your opinion. Definitely want to cater to my viewers. Okay, so now that he's just increasing devotion, he is just dead. He might not realize, or I guess his out is hoping that we don't realize that we kill him, so. Yeah, honestly, my favorite deck was the black, green, white token deck pre-bannings, but since the ban happened, this has been my favorite deck. Just Burning Vengeance. I don't know if you played back when Astral Slide was around or not, but I did. That's when I first started. I first got into the game around then, and that deck was so much fun to play. Astral Slide and Lightning Rift, and this deck's a lot different, but it kind of has the same feel. So I'm a fan. Let's see. So we know he's bringing in Witchbane Orbs and things like that. He has Planeswalkers, so Bramble Crush is just good against all of that. So we know we want the Bramble Crush. I'm not sure if his deck's slow enough to warrant Secrets or not. Plus, I know he's boarding in Ray of Revelation. Or at least I assume he has Ray of Revelation in his sideboard. I know I want the 4th Garruk. Daybreak Rangers are really good against him. Alright, I guess we should find out what sucks against him. We don't want Geist Flame. We know that. We probably don't have... Yeah, this is definitely block. I wish this deck would be good in Standard. Maybe after Som block rotates out. But the format's just way too fast right now. We're probably not going to have a whole lot of time to be drawing cards, so we don't want as much card draw. Let's see. The Brimstone Volleys aren't really good against any of his creatures. So we probably don't want Brimstone Volley. It's interesting. What else? Let's see, Bramble Crush, naturally. We could want Ancient Grudge if we know he's boarding in a lot of Witchbane Orbs, but I'm not sure even if he has them, or how many. And even so, Ancient Grudge is only good against Witchbane Orb, and I guess Traveler's Amulet, but I'm never Ancient Grudging a Traveler's Amulet, so... Question is, do we want the Daybreak Ranger, do we want like a Second Naturalize, and do we want these Secrets? And I haven't tested this matchup to know for sure. It feels like the Secrets, it's not like I'm able to overload him in enchantments, and he's going to have multiple Ray of Revelations. So maybe the Secrets are just bad. Especially since I'm boarding out some of my card drawing. So, let's see. I know for sure I want the 4th Daybreak Ranger over 1 Brimstone Volley, but I'm not sure if I want this Brimstone Volley or Naturalize. One of the hard things to do with this deck is fight Planeswalkers, so Brimstone Volley is okay, but it only kills his Garruk, and it doesn't even really get Sorin so well. Do we want 3 Blasphemous Act? You know, I'm just going to run it like this. We'll see. Oh, I have to put in a 60th card anyways. Alright, well, that makes the decision super easy. Game time. It is possible these 4 cards are just way too much against his things, and I could want, like, 1 Secrets. We'll just try it like this and see what happens. Hopefully he has Witchbane Orb. If he doesn't, well, our Naturalizes are dead, but if he has Witchbane Orb, we need the answer for it, so. Alright, given the speed of his deck, this hand seems perfectly fine. Unfortunately, if he has a Ray, he's going to get both of our Burning Vengeances, but that's not the worst because we don't have any flashback spells anyways. Hopefully he doesn't have multiple dead weights because a flipped Daybreak Ranger is really good against his deck, and Huntmaster is just really good when it doesn't die in general, so we're going to keep, and we're going to rock this. Alright, and we draw Desperate Ravings, and given our hand, we're not going to really want to play it. So, we're going to open on Sulphur Falls here, because the rest of our lands can come into play untapped at will. Yeah, I'm on a laptop. So, are we ever Desperate Raving this turn? No, we're never casting Desperate Ravings yet. Our hand is strong, so we want to Evolving Wilds. The question is, do we want the second blue or the third red? And given our hand, are we ever going to cast 3 red spells in one turn? Probably not, so we probably just want a blue mana here. That way, if we draw Hinterland Harbor, it'll come into play untapped also. Alright, so him not doing anything must mean that he kept a slower hand, and he's probably going to Midnight Haunting and then play Planeswalker on his turn. And the problem, if he has a Garruk, he's going to get our Daybreak Ranger, which is going to suck, and he's going to have Midnight Haunting. He'll be able to block our Huntmaster. So is there ever a reason to Burning Vengeance here? Even if he has Midnight Haunting into Garruk, there's still no reason to Burning Vengeance because it would take too long to get online. If he kills our Daybreak Ranger, our line is then going to be Huntmaster. And if something happens to Huntmaster, then it's going to be Burning Vengeance, pass, and we're going to Desperate Ravings at the end of the turn, and then be able to, if he does destroy one of our Burning Vengeances, we'll be able to play the third one, or the second one, plus flashback Desperate Ravings, hopefully. That's going to require us drawing 2 lands over the next 3 turns, but alright, so here's the Midnight Haunting. Now we just have to hope it's, if he has a Planeswalker, it's Sorin and not Garruk. One time, not Garruk. Oh no, it's probably Garruk. Yeah, it's Garruk. Damn. Alright, so this game just got a little tougher. Yep. So what are we doing here? Yeah, we're still always Huntmastering. And then if he does nothing or just pumps with Township or something like that, then our Huntmaster flips. He really can't afford to do that. We want to kill his Garruk before we play our own, so. So he's werewolfing main phase 1, so he's probably planning on townshipping. I guess he's planning on playing Sorin. Embleming? I guess if he's embleming, that makes sense. Oh no, he's putting a vampire into play. Sure. Don't understand why he wouldn't attack first. I guess there's really not a difference, but. So this Evolving Wilds is going to definitely be grabbing a forest so that our Bramble Crushes are live. And we're going to have a hard time beating Planeswalkers. So, if we just pass the turn, we play our land and pass the turn, we get to kill his Garuk and one of his spirits, or do we want to kill the Death Touch Wolf? That's interesting. Vampire, token. We want to kill his flyer plus the Garuk, and then, yeah, okay. Hope he doesn't have a second Garuk. Now this is interesting because we can Desperate Ravings plus Flashback on our turn, meaning that we lose value from not being able to Burning Vengeance something, but we can control our Huntmaster flips. The Burning Vengeancing something is just better. Alright. So there's no point to send here because we'd just be trading our wolf for his wolf, and our wolf is just better, so... We're going to pass, flip our Huntmaster, get his Garuk, and one of his spirits. Make sure I click this right. Don't want to redirect to Sorin, we do want to redirect to Garuk. Sorin has a vampire, he has enough mana to Gavany Township. This, yeah, bad for us. This is a second Garuk, it's not a second Garuk, okay, so it's a Sever. Yeah, things aren't so good. At least he can't pump a Township here. So we grab our Forest. Do we want to cast Ravings here? If we discard the land, that really sucks, but we have to cast Ravings, find either a Bramble Crush or not. If we don't find the Bramble Crush, we are going to have to Burning Vengeance, doming his wolf, and then attacking with our wolf and offering to trade for 2 vampires. Yeah, it seems fine. He's attacking with his wolf. Oh, this definitely seems like a bad attack on his part. Okay. So maybe new plan. Maybe we Desperate Ravings into like a Geist Flame or something, and we can just attack directly at the Sorin. I guess Geist Flame would be a good draw, but we boarded it out, so we can't hit it. Alright. Oops, not end step. So our best bet is still just... Boy, maybe we just want to Bramble Crush the Gavany Township. This is interesting, we find a Bramble Crush. Well, we have a way to kill Sorin, so that's what we wanted, unfortunately. It means we can't play Burning Vengeance this turn, but we did find our way to kill Sorin. So that's good. And we found our Pyroclasm, sure, why not? We're just running amazing right now. Alright. Unfortunately, our hand's good enough to the point now to where we can't flashback Desperate Ravings, which sucks, but... So I'd imagine he'll double block here. And no matter what he does, we have the Brimstone Volley for his Sorin, so... Maybe he just chumps. I mean, either way, Sorin's dying, but... If he's going to block, a double block is best for him. Okay, so he is double blocking. Yep. And we get Sorin and hope he doesn't have a second Sorin, I guess. And even if he does, we're going to be able to have Burning Vengeance plus Garuk, so it's not the worst. We're super happy if he's just pumping with Gavany Township here, but it doesn't feel like he is. This feels like a real spell. It's a second Sorin. Alright, so we will take our Bramble Crush now. And let's see, what do we have to do here? Still has 2 cards in hand, and I can't figure out what they are. Like, they have to be Rev Revelation type effects. So this is bad for us. So he's going to make a vampire. And yeah, awesome. Now we're going to play our Garruk on our turn. The question is, are we going to fight a wolf, or are we going to make a wolf of our own? And he can pump and make his guys 2/2s, but if he does that, he commits his turn, and we trade wolf for wolf. He pumps. Alright, so this is an interesting spot. Is it ever right to play Burning Vengeance and pass? If we Burning Vengeance and pass, even if he has Ray, we get to kill his flyer. Soren goes up to 5 counters. We can then do what? Yeah, this is looking bad for us finding a way to fight Soren here. Alright, so Garruk making a 2/2 just doesn't accomplish anything if he swings out. Yeah, okay, so the Garruk plan just does nothing, unfortunately. So we have to play the Burning Vengeance here. And we're just going to be flashing back Desperate Ravings as the plan. And he keeps playing land, so that's not a bad thing for us. Okay, he's putting a vampire into play. Definitely making him commit to pumping before I do anything with my Burning Vengeance. Alright, and here's the township. And we get to do something with a Burning Vengeance. And we're going to kill his spirit. And honestly, even if Soren goes ultimate, even as long as I just don't play any creatures or my Garruk in my hand, its ultimate doesn't affect me that much. We discarded Evolving Wilds, which is a good discard. And if he doesn't have Rare of Revelation, we're in an okay spot. Because we're going to be able to wipe his board. And, well, we're, in all likelihood, what are we doing this turn? Probably not Blasphemous Acting. Could take 9 and go to 1. If he has Midnight Hunting, then I'm dead. Okay. It's an okay draw. Probably has a removal spell. If he doesn't have Rare Revelation, it has to be some sort of removal spell. So, let's see. If we Faithless Looting, we can loot, and then play Burning Vengeance, and then flashback Faithless Looting. Kill 2 of his guys. Don't really need to worry about killing his guys if we have Blasphemous Act. Don't really want to discard any cards with the Faithless Looting. Our Garruk does nothing. It's a 4-mana removal. So I guess we don't mind discarding Garruk. So we can Faithless Looting in this spot. And if he has Ray, he's going to play it in response because he doesn't want to give us a chance to flash it back. If he doesn't Ray now, then he can't have Ray of Revelation. So, okay, he didn't Ray. That's good for us. So, what don't we want here? We don't want the Garruk, and we don't want the land? Makes sense? Yeah, we don't want the land. Alright. So, now that we found Bramble Crush, we do what? We Bramble Crush his Soren. If he has another Soren, we still don't die. React. Yeah, okay, we're gonna Bramble Crush this, and we are definitely going to 1, but I would have to imagine he just has more Sorens in his hand. If he has 2 spells and hasn't played them, they're either removal spells or Sorens. I really hope they're removal spells, but it feels like at least one could be a Soren, so it's unlikely that he has Soren, but we'll see. We'll see what he's... this is probably another Soren. Gross. Yeah. Alright, so now we have the Blasphemous Act. Alright, we take 6, we go to 4. We play Burning Vengeance, and then Flashback kill 2. We still die. Okay, yeah, we have to Blasphemous Act here. So drawing all these Huntmasters are good, because I guess after I Blasphemous Act, I'll be able to cast them, so that's not the worst. So Blasphemous Act is 5 mana, can't ever do anything. Okay, we're going to play Blasphemous Act. And if we're lucky, he's got nothing, and he's just going to make a Vampire and then pump it with Gavany Township. If we're unlucky, he's going to play like a Geist Honored Monk or something here. Jeez. That's probably enough. Yeah. So what are we doing here? Let's see. We can play Huntmaster leaving. We can go Huntmaster Daybreak Ranger. He has Sever in his graveyard. He flashes back Sever. Severing, we have 2 blockers for his 4 attackers. That still kills us. Huntmaster Daybreak Ranger does nothing. Huntmaster Flashback Faithless Looting also does nothing. Burning Vengeance Faithless Looting does nothing. I think we have to... See, we flashback Faithless Looting, we'll have 4 mana, we can't even find a Blasphemous Act to do anything about. 6, we go Huntmaster. Okay, so we are actually just... We are dead, right? I'm not missing something. Nope, we're dead. I missed nothing. Bummer. The problem with Huntmaster looting is that he has Sever in his graveyard, and we die anyways. Like, there's no line we can take to where we live. Because either he's severing one of our creatures and attacking us for lethal, or if we don't play a creature, he's just Gavany Townshipping and attacking us for lethal. So there's nothing we could have done there, unfortunately. So I didn't see any Witchbane Orbs. What enchantments? I guess Ancient Grudge is probably just always better than Naturalize in this spot, because unless I'm forgetting something... Or they could board and Curse. Is he really going to curse me? No. So I guess Grudge is better. The question I'm coming about with is, like, do I want to cut 1 Blasphemous Act for Secrets of the Dead? Or do I want, like, another Brimstone Volley back in, since he did have a lot of Planeswalkers? And I don't think I do. because the Brimstone Volley doesn't do anything anyways, like unless I have a creature in play against Sorin. And if it's killing Garruk, Garruk's already done its job. Like, it's killed my guy. I'm on the play, so I can play my Garruk first, so I don't really care about his Garruk when I'm on the play. Do I want secrets when I'm on the play? Probably not. Alright, I think this is the optimal configuration for this matchup, so we're going to go with it. Yeah, it happens. You know, sometimes there's draws there that, you know, you're just not beating. If I had put all my resources into killing the creatures instead of killing, like, the first Sorin or the second Sorin or whatnot, we would have been in a better spot because he wouldn't have had the third one when we been able to play the third one then. But, like, you don't know they have multiple Sorins, you know. It's hindsight's 20/20, but you still have to make the best play with the given information you have, and I still feel that it was correct to kill those Sorins, like the first and second ones. If I had known he had 3 chilling out in his hand, then I'd have left the first one in play, but been able to manage it at, like, leave it at 2 counters or something with Burning Vengeance in play, but... Alright, and it looks like our opponent is not re-sideboarding, so we are in a good spot. So we're definitely playing first. And we are definitely mulliganing this hand. We have an answer for if he plays Garruk on turn 4, or Sorin on turn 4. If we draw a land, we have the answer to Sorin, but we can't play either of our spells in our hand. And our hand's slow, and our deck mulligans well. So we're going to mulligan. This isn't a good hand either, unfortunately. So definitely going down to 5 here. So our opponent kept his 7, so this is gonna be a fight for us. And frankly, this hand sucks, but we have lands, and we're not going to 4 because there's a majority of our 4-card hands are just worse than this. Like, the only 4-card hands that are going to be better are like land, think twice, desperate ravings, or things like that. And, you know, we can't hope for a miracle, so we're going to keep this. And we're just going to hope he has, like, if he has a Planeswalker, he has exactly 1, and we have a second green source. And if he has a Witchbane Orb, he has exactly 1, or, well, I guess he can have exactly 2. He can't have 3, but... Alrighty. So luckily his deck isn't the fastest deck in the world, so we have a few turns to draw something. And sure. So how bad do we want to get him here? We can really get him. Well, the fact that he grabbed a second swap leads me to believe that he's not actually mana screwed, so there's really no reason to Ancient Grudge the Traveler's Amulet. Faithless Looting is actually a very good draw here. Is there any reason not to play it? Let's see. Yeah, we definitely want to discard at least those lands, so we can play Faithless Looting. We draw a spell, that's a good thing. So now we don't really want to discard the lands. So how do we want to do this? Second red or second blue? Second red's more important, so we're discarding the island. And I guess at this point we're just going to discard the Ancient Grudge. Play the mountain. And then next turn, depending on what we draw, we may flash back Faithless Looting. Nah, given the fact that he grabbed the second swamp, I don't really think he's mana screwed, although it would be super, super sick, like, if he does need this amulet for the 4th mana and he just leveled us somehow. Like, knew we had the 1 Ancient Grudge in our hand or something. That would be sick. Alright, so land one time. Nope. This card's fine, though. It's a backup for when the first one dies, because the first one's just always dying. Playing this over Faithful Suiting because I actually want all these cards in my hand, so... Really wish that Faithful Suiting was just a Think Twice. Would have been so much better as a Think Twice. We'd have just cast Garruk on our turn there. Alright, there's one deadweight. There's a card I wouldn't mind discarding. So the question is, do we want a Faithful Suiting and try and find the land? So we can play Garruk next turn? Let's see. If he had a Planeswalker, he's always casting it over deadweight. So he doesn't have a Planeswalker, so we don't have a reason to rush our Garruk into play. So we're just going to play the second Daybreak Ranger. And here's where I'm going to kick myself if he just starts missing land drops. Because I'd have been able to grudge the amulet and then Bramble Crush a land and so on and so forth. Well, I guess not this game, but I'd have magically somehow drawn my second force to Bramble Crush the land if I had Ancient Grudge the Traveler's Amulet, for sure. Alright, so what's he doing? 5-mana Geist Hunter? It can't be Geist Hunter Monk. Okay, Bloodgift Demon. So if I pass, my guy flips, we fight. I don't want to fight that thing. This is disgusting. So I think at this point, if he had a Sever, he would have... Would he sever this over play and then risk losing his Bloodgift Demon? I don't think he'd run out Bloodgift Demon. I really don't. I think he would have used a removal spell. So I think he's out of removal spells. So I think our best line, well, we can either flashback Looting, which does nothing, or we can play Daybreak Ranger, which if he has nothing, we do something. So we're going to take that line since that's about the only way we're winning. Oh, man, is this a bad spot for us? If he happens to find the Sever, I have to assume he drew it. But yeah, like, the Brimstone Volleys that we have aren't even good against this guy. They just don't do anything against anyone. Oh, and he must have drawn a deadweight. Damn. Jeez, yeah, we are dead this game. Alright, so we need a new plan. It's just a little too late. Is there any reason in continuing? Let's see. If we play a land and play Garruk and fight his Vampire and attack his Sorin, it goes to 2 counters. Our Garruk is going to die to Bloodgift Demon. What else happens? That's true, but like even if we let our guy flip, he can still take that line and just pump his demon in the upkeep is the thing. Like we can't play around him gavening his guy no matter what we do. But no, I'm agreeing with you on the right-click concede plan. Like he legitimately has to have 4 bricks in his hand. Draw 2 more bricks. Forget to use Sorin. Fuck it. We're just gonna keep going for the viewers. Alright. If I wasn't streaming, I'd just be scooping at this point, but because I'm streaming, I'm gonna continue to fight the good fight. Making a werewolf never does anything, right? Nope, it doesn't. Well, I guess if Daybreak Ranger blocks... Yeah, I guess actually werewolfing is better than fighting. Okay. Yeah, see, I found a better line than the one I was talking about. Awesome. Still isn't going to change anything. We're still just dead. Like, we exert all our resources, and then we still can't deal with Sorin. As sad as this is, like, this Blasphemous Act is going to be able to deal with his demon at some point. We have to get rid of the Sorin somehow first. Like, it's the Sorin that we can't beat. We can actually beat his demon, but we can't beat the Sorin. So we have to put some sort of pressure on the board somehow to be able to... Like, we have to kill the Sorin and him have nothing. And forget Gavany Townships in play. Yeah, our Garuk is dead. So yeah, this is just an awful, atrocious, hideous spot to be in. When he's tapping out for a spell, that's good because now he's not going to township. Nope, he's untapping. Damn. I guess if he doesn't play a spell, we flip our Daybreak Ranger, so that's not the worst. We send both of our guys. He can just vault and kill, though. So what do we want to draw here? I guess Devil's Play is a reasonable draw. What does that card do? Let's see, we play Burning Vengeance and pass. We can fight a vampire if he goes to Township. Sorin keeps ticking up. Alright, I guess we're on the fight plan. I'm going to play Burning Vengeance here, and I'm going to pass, and if he goes to Gavany Township, I can fight, because then he can't vault. So... if he attacks, I'm going to block. Same reason, because then he can't Township. Or he can't vault, otherwise I can respond by fighting. And my Nightfall Predator will live. Oh, he just... anything and we're dead. Anything at all. Are we even dead to Garuk? I think we're even dead if he has a Garuk here. This sucks. No, he doesn't have anything, just a Sever. Damn it. Oh, shit. I fucked up, like, very, very badly. That demon was supposed to die. Yep. Well, that definitely deserves a concession. I may have had a chance that game, but, yeah, we fucked up big time. Note to self, don't punt bad on stream in future. Alright, so what can we change around here to make this deck play a little bit better against that strategy? Probably should run it through a little bit more of a gauntlet first. Yeah, for those of you that didn't catch it, the Nightfall Predator was definitely supposed to fight the demon, not a vampire token. So, really fucked up that game hard. Alright, well, while we are waiting to see if our buddy wants to battle with zombies, see if there's some things I want to change. The burn spells are really terrible in this format. They really are. Like, Brimstone Volley isn't even that good. In a deck like this, in something like a red aggro deck, it's very, very strong. But in a deck like this, it's pretty bad. Alright, we're going to give this one another go. I can already say, like, I really hate the Brimstone Volleys. I really do. Blasphemous Act is probably necessary, but I hate that card just as much. I kind of want a fourth Garruk. Geist Flames, I'm sure it's a necessary evil, but hate them. And then Desperate Ravings is awesome, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of the cards in this deck you just want to keep in your hand, so maybe Desperate Ravings doesn't even fit very well in here. So I guess if I were to make cuts, it would probably be something like I would chop all of the Brimstone Volleys. I guess since you're chopping Brimstone Volleys, you'd probably have to put in like a fourth Geist Flame and another Devil's Play maybe. Maybe not even two Devil's Play, I don't know. The Ravings, I don't know if 3 or 2 would be right. Like, I'm really not a big fan of that card in this type of deck. Because there's just a lot of hands where, like, if you're holding Huntmaster or Garruk or the Blasphemous Act, most of the time you don't want to cast Ravings and risk discarding them. In their place, this guy's amazing if he flips against creature decks. I think I'd want more of him. But other than that, I really don't know what. Like, you could... I mean, this isn't even, as weird as this is not even a deck for Snapcaster Mage. Because everything that you want to flashback already has flashback, so Snapcaster doesn't even fit well in this deck. You could scrap the green altogether and go either black. Black has like Sever the Bloodline and some good finishers and Olivia Voldaren and things like that. Or you could just be like straight blue-red, and then you can play Delvers in your deck too. You know, along with like 4 Geist Flame, 4 Brimstone Volley, a couple of Devil's Play. But again, you're playing like Brimstone Volley, and that card's not that great. Not in a deck like this. If it's an aggressive deck, it's fine, but in a deck like this, it's just a little gross because it doesn't do a whole lot. So I definitely think I want to at least make that change. I guess necessary evil-wise, I would rather chop Desperate Ravings than Brimstone Volley. Do I own 4 Geist Flames? That's awkward. Gotta go buy one. Should have some credits with MTGO traders. They're a good bot, and they run a couple of good websites, including puremtgo.com, which I do write for on occasion. Haven't done it lately, but before the new year, I was writing on a weekly basis. Alright, bear with me for 1 second and we will have more games, guys. Just making a couple of quick changes to the deck list. Boy, my Magic Online is running super slow because of everything I'm doing. Probably 2 words, or I'm spelling it wrong or something. Nope. I guess they don't have Geist Flame on this bot. Oh, that's not good. And we crashed Magic Online. Awesome. We will be back ready to go as soon as Magic Online finishes resetting up for me. Alrighty, we should be good. I'm unsure why this keeps doing. Something is not right in exploit. Alright, I'm gonna figure out this exploit thing and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, close enough. Awesome. Quality's still good? Yep, awesome. Oh, I actually own 4? That's strange. I'm gonna make sure I do. If I can actually learn how to spell that is. Okay. Alright, so provided I can figure out how to use a program as simple as Magic Online, any minute now we should be ready to go. Alright, give this a try. Alright. Okay, here we go. Time for some more battles. Snap play first as usual. Ooh, this is so slow, but we're on the play. We have card draw. Maybe we hit a land in 2 turns and we can play Daybreak Ranger on 3. This hand is really good against like a random opponent. If it's a really fast deck, we're probably just fucked. Alright, I'm going to be the greedy person and keep it just because I want it to backfire on me. Oops, definitely don't want to trade with you anymore. Alright. So if our opponent mulligans, our hand is borderline keepable. If he keeps his 7 and is a fast deck, we just lose the game. Always want the red mana first in case we top deck a Geist Flame and need to cast it, so lead with Sulphur Falls. And the ideal draw is either a forest or an island. I guess the ideal draw is an island, but beggars can't be choosers. So okay, so he is an aggressive deck, it looks like. So this is probably going to come back to bite us. What else is new? And we obviously draw the actual nut card for us. Ship it. And we want all the cards in our hand, so we're just going to think twice on the turn as much as we'd like a second land. But we don't want to risk discarding the land and so on and so forth. So we're just think twicing. What I'm learning is this card's pretty bad until the late game. And if the format's super aggressive, Desperate Ravings isn't going to be so good because you're never going to get to the late game. What is this? Machias for 1. That's the best you got. Alright. We can handle that. Jesus. Burning Vengeance. So good. So now the question's going to be Daybreak Ranger or Burning Vengeance. If we cast Daybreak Ranger, we then have to pass. Then it flips, then it fights, and it's just so slow. Whereas if we cast Burning Vengeance next turn, we just flashback think twice and kill his Machias. What else can he have? What can he play next turn with 3 mana? He can have his own Daybreak Ranger. He can have, I guess, 2 1-drops is the actual best situation for him. And then we're probably in a little bit of trouble. We do have Huntmaster and Garruk anyways. Yeah, it's just Burning Vengeance every time, right? Are we casting Daybreak Ranger followed by Huntmaster? We need to kill Mikaeus because the one way we lose the game is Mikaeus. Yeah, Huntmaster can wait a turn to come into play. So it's going to be Burning Vengeance here. And then, depending on what he does, we might have to play Garruk or Huntmaster, but we'll see how he plays his turn. This is just a Daybreak Ranger. Are we ever casting Garruk? No. Now here's an interesting thing. We can just pass here, and if he tries to pump his own Mikaeus, we kill it, or we can get his Daybreak Ranger. If he Mikaeus is alright, so no matter what, I think the right line here is just passing the turn. That's interesting. Yeah, we're just gonna pass the turn here. We're gonna play the line and pass the turn and see what he does. And if Mikaeus pumps itself, we get it. And if it decides to pump everyone else, we get it. And if it doesn't do anything, it's still gonna be like we killed it on our turn because we'll just respond to a creature coming into play by killing it. So that's not so bad. Alright, I like this line. And this guy's going to flip, but we can always unflip it pretty easily, so it's not that big of a deal. If we try and kill it in response, the Mikaeus just pumps. So not sure why. Well, yeah, we are not blocking. We're going to take the damage. And by him not pumping here with Mikaeus, we just saved ourselves 2 life. And we're still going to respond to another creature coming into play by killing the Mikaeus. So now we have to figure out what we're doing here. We can go Daybreak Ranger of our own plus Desperate Ravings, which unflips his Nightfall Predator. Or we can just, if we cast Top Master, it doesn't accomplish anything. If we cast Garruk and fight his Daybreak Ranger, he's still got 7 power and play. We're at 13 life. Turn after that, we play Huntmaster, Desperate Ravings, unflipping his guy. We can double block. Making the 2/2 does nothing here. Alright. So we're going to play the island, and we're going to Garruk. Fight the Daybreak Ranger. And so now I'd imagine the Nightfall Predator attacks us for 5, and the Doom Traveler goes after our Garruk. Yep. So he has Athalia, which makes things a little bit more awkward. And so what are we doing here? We cast Huntmaster, doesn't accomplish a whole lot. Ravings for 3 doesn't do much. If we Garruk fight Thalia, we take 7 going to 1. And that's if he doesn't have Gavany Township. If he does have Gavany Township, we're just dead. Casting Flashing Back would be 7. We could Daybreak Ranger plus Desperate Ravings this turn. What does that do? That still accomplishes that. His guy flips back into a 3. 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez, this is gross. Let's see, we can Desperate Ravings and hope to find a Geist Flame? Is that what we have to do here? Yeah, this sucks. Seems like that's our best path to victory. Flashback, try and find a Geist Flame. Ugh. Or cast this and try and find a Geist Flame. No, that can't be right either. Damn it. I think the Thalia just kills us, but I'm going to spend a minute here thinking about it, trying to figure out if we have any line whatsoever that makes us not die. Huntmaster just chump blocks, which is terrible. At least it forces him to play a spell. Wolf chump blocks. Yeah, I guess we just have no choice but to Huntmaster. And should be waiting till the end of my opponent's turn, but just to save time, I'm gonna Evolving Wilds now. Him knowing what land we grab isn't gonna change any of his plays. It still feels like we're way behind. So I think we take... Oh, he drew Gavany Township. That's cute. So gross. God, because of the Gavany Township, we can't even block profitably. I guess if he pumps... If I make him pump, our guy flips. Flipping does what? Means we have 2 blockers. Oh man, oh man. This is gross. Okay. I have to make him flip. Question is if I'm chump blocking. Do I just want to block this guy? If I block the Nightfall Predator, he doesn't have to flip. If I block the Doom Traveler, he does, so we're going to block the Doom Traveler. And I guess if he doesn't flip, that's okay too, but... Or if he doesn't pump. If he doesn't pump, that's okay too, but... Because one of our outs is Blasphemous Act, so... Come on, spell that lets our... Okay, so Blasphemous Act is super live. So Blasphemous Act costs 3 mana, Desperate Ravings costs 3, so we can Desperate Ravings and then Blasphemous Act now. That's good. Alright, on the unfortunate side of things, that is our only line we can take. have to Ravings into a Blasphemous Act. Man, we were running so good, too, at the beginning of this game. We can Faithless Looting into Blasphemous Act. That's interesting. Looting cost 2... 2 and 3 is 5. We'd have 2 mana up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That costs 3. Yeah, that doesn't do anything anyways. Okay, so... Alrighty. Let's find ourselves a winner. Those aren't Blasphemous Act. Alright, just for shits and giggles, let's see if we would have found it with 2 more cards. But we're dead at this point, so... Yeah, because, yeah, we're just dead. Hopefully he scoops in response, that's our out. I like that as an out. Nope, didn't get there. Alright. At least we have some game post board. Alright, we want the Rolling Tumblers, the Garruk, and the Daybreak Ranger. Don't care about his Gavany Township enough to want Bramble Crush. Secrets of the Dead doesn't work. Witchbane Orb doesn't work. Naturalize and Ancient Grudge also don't work. So what don't we want? These Brimstone Volleys are well, I guess against his deck they're not the actual worst, but they're still pretty bad. Really didn't want the Desperate Ravings, even in that spot where I needed to find something to not die, so... Yeah, this seems fine. This looks like it's much more streamlined to fight him now. So, we're going to go with this line. And we are going to hope that we get there. And of course we want to play first. No reason not to. This is close. If he has a fast start, we just die. I guess if it starts fast enough, we can get him with this, but... Yeah, this is pretty close between this and mulliganing. But I guess because we have this card and this card, we're gonna... Close. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. There's worse 5s out there. Probably over... Yeah, it's gotta be over 50% worse 5s, so... Really wanted to handle like a Geist Flame and a red source, but... So we're just sitting here chilling, waiting for our opponent. Awesome. Gonna be grabbing the red source at the end of his turn. Yeah, there's a Pilgrim. That sucks. Oh, I even forgot to put the awesome lands in my deck. Damn it. Maybe that's why I'm losing. Yeah, that's the whole reason. Because I didn't put the awesome lands in. I'll blame it on that. By the awesome lands I'm referring to are the Foil Guru lands. Got a bunch of those, and for some reason they didn't make their way in this deck. I must have built the mana base pretty fast. But, yeah, it's gonna be annoying. Really would like a Geist Flame. Guess I'm glad he didn't play 3-drop on 2. But, whatever. It's okay. We just have all these extra lands. We're not in bad shape yet. Although I am losing faith in this deck very rapidly. Like, if I can't beat this deck, I mean, I guess we'll battle against zombies next, but really losing faith in this deck very fast. Probably has Naturalize or something, but we want to play a spell. Whoops. Cost 4 mana. I knew that in my head, but I didn't tap the 4th mana for some reason. Yep. So, he doesn't have any more up there as a land. If this is another spell, we're in okay shape. This is probably a Garruk of his own, and we're just dead. Yeah, he tried to cast Garruk. Idiot. Hey, when you're getting smashed around like this, you gotta take your pleasures where you can get them. Yeah. So, we're not in bad shape or anything. Nah, not at all. Not bad shape at all. So, what can we do here? Acting for 3 costs 7. We only have 5 in play. What we could do is we could play Garruk and fight the Thalia. Could fight his mana guy. Both of those just put us farther away from doing anything. We could fight mana guy this turn and Thalia next turn. Take 6, go to 6, fight the Thalia, go to 4. If we fight Thalia now, puts 2 creatures in play. Can Blasphemous Act the next turn if he plays a third one that isn't Thalia. The problem with fighting Thalia is if he just attacks us for 5 and plays another Thalia. Then we're still in the same boat. Worse yet, he just plays a Garruk and makes a wolf. Yeah. Guess we'll leave our red mana open to like rep a Geist Flame or something, even though he has to know we can't even leave any mana open. Garruk costs 5 mana. So I'm gonna fight the Pilgrim, hoping that he just doesn't have land. And this way, if he had drawn a land, he could just township, and like now he can't. So I imagine I'm gonna take 4 and go to 8, and my Garruk is going to die. That's what it feels like. And despite being red, I don't have any good burn spells to fight this fucking 4/4. This guy is really, really turning out to be a lot more of a trouble than I thought he would be. Like, maybe this list is just the wrong colors. I mean, maybe you have to play black for removal. There's a mayor. That's okay for us. More land, yay. So we fight the mayor. We make a wolf. What happens if we make a wolf? If we make a wolf, he battles. We get to block and kill the mayor. Our Garruk still dies. He probably has to attack with both of our guys with Garruk. Maybe he just attacks Nightfall Predator into Garruk and then this into us. And trying to think of what kind of removal a green-white deck has. Probably nothing. Yeah, I mean, we're probably fine making a wolf here now. O-Ring's not in the format, so... And then this hopefully will help let us get to Blasphemous Act range. Alrighty, so just these guys are charging in at Garruk, so I'm not going to block, I'm just going to let my Garruk die. Right? Yeah, there's no reason to block. Alright. Groot can die. That was miserable. So now we're all in on this Blasphemous Act that, yeah. Alright, we're gonna crack this for red mana. And his mayor flips. And at least we can now cast Blasphemous Act, so... Costs 6 mana? With Valiant play. Okay, so we don't have to play a land on our turn. Yeah, obviously. Alright, whatever. Can't attack first, otherwise we'd have to play a land. We're holding on to lands in case we draw Faithless Looting and Desperate Ravings. So, unfortunately now he's just going to slam Garruk and we're stone dead. Luckily, we have 2 turns to find something to fight it. We don't have 2 turns. There's not cards in our deck that does anything now. Yeah. Could be worse. There's no way we kill both because we deal a maximum of 4 damage. So we just have to kill Garruk. We dome him for 1 and Garruk for 3. Yeah, I guess. Awesome. Alrighty. So that was a guy's Simba was a little bit too late. And that's not good. And that's really not good. Man, it's as if my own friend is ghosting me. What a scumbag. Alright, I'm shit. I don't deserve to win, even if he does forget with Gavany Township, so we're just gonna scoop the game. That was pretty miserable. Damn it. There we go. This is probably the best spot for this thing. It's off out of everyone's way and whatnot, so... Alright. I guess let's run this in a match against zombies and see how it plays against zombies. And it feels like if we lose to zombies that it's time to completely scrap the deck. Unfortunately. I like the thing. I just don't know what it has. It has a problem with 4/4s, which is bad for a control deck. But I'm not sure like what direction we could take it in. Really no idea. Any and all viewer suggestions are welcome, but tested a reasonable amount with this, and I'm just, drawing a complete blank on what to do with it at this point. And we have no red mana, but a think twice. How many red sources are in the deck again? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 14. So we're like 1 in 4. And we have 1, 2, 3, like 5 draw steps before we probably need it. Yeah, we're gonna have to mulligan this. It just doesn't do a whole lot. Like, his Brimstone Volley isn't even very good. Guess we have a red mana. Hideously slow, but whatever. Gross. We're gonna keep it though. Not going to 5. Yep. At least our lands are coming into play untapped. That's a bonus. Alright, so if he has Highborn Ghoul into the Geralf's Messenger, we're in trouble. We can't beat that curve. Oh, Gravecrawler. If he has 2 Gravecrawlers, that's probably worse than a Highborn Ghoul. Nope. Okay, so it's not that bad yet. Now, are we Faithless Looting here or Think Twice-ing? Faithless Looting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We really don't want to discard lands at this point, so it's probably just Think Twice. And there's the Geralf's Messenger. Alright, so we have an uphill battle. Everybody's favorite card, Desperate Ravings. Yep, so 7 power in play, that's cool. That card does nothing. Alright. Gotta cast this guy here and probably block the messenger. Right, what can we do? What does this guy do? Even if he flips, he doesn't accomplish anything. If we take 7 and go to 5, we're just so dead to everything. Daybreak Ranger blocking Messenger accomplishes what? Messenger comes back bigger. Blasphemous Axe still costs 6 mana. Right now it costs 5. If I take it all, I can't take it all. So am I blocking a 2/2? Or am I blocking Geralf's Messenger? I guess I have to block the Messenger. I don't have a choice. Because if I leave it in play, even if I ever do get to cast this, it's just going to have Undying and kill me. so don't really have a choice. This way I have some semblance of an out at some point. I mean, that is not bad. Jeez. The red removal is so bad versus the format right now. Just when I'm dying to 1-mana 2/2s and these things, and I just have these burn spells that don't accomplish anything. It's so bad. Alright. Well, if he has stone nothing, we're okay. And by okay, I mean we still need to draw something, but yeah, we're dead. He's got Alter's Reap. I have to imagine he finds action. So we're at 2, and hopefully it just plays a Giralf's Messenger. Nope. That's going to be good enough anyways, though. Yep, cool cards. Alright, nothing we can do. I really wish this would ever accomplish anything. Geist Flame, Geist Flame, and we're still dead, alright. That's depressing. On to sideboarding, what do we want to board? Rolling Tumblers are good, the Garruk is good, the Daybreak Ranger's fine. Don't want Ancient Grudge, don't want Bramble Crush, don't need Naturalize, Secret's too slow. Witchbane Orb maybe? I can find out cards that I don't want. He has Highborn Ghouls, but other than that, that's about it. Geist Flames aren't really that good against him. The Personal Follies are fucking awful against him. Want at least one out. This Devil's Play is pretty gross. I guess Brimstone Volley is better than Devil's Play, so we don't want that. Do we want it like this? Yeah, the Geist Flame. We're gonna try it like this, but I have this sneaking suspicion that I should be boarding out a Geist Flame for Witchbane Orb. So we'll see how this goes. Yes, always playing first. What are we doing here? This is obviously we're keeping, but the question is how fast are we casting this card? Probably not anytime soon. Alright, so we're going to keep, and we're opening with Hinterland Harbor. And our opponent's tanking forever on whether to mulligan or not. Alright, so opening with Hinterland and Warrior. Plan is to think twice, turn 2. Yeah, Diagraph, cool. Awesome. Against zombies, like, the goal is just to preserve your life total as much as possible. They don't really have a whole lot of burn other than the Giralf's Messenger. So as long as you avoid, getting too low on life, you should be in an okay spot. Damn it, I can't even tap my mana right anymore. That was a reasonable draw. So here, because we're just playing to keep our life total high, we have some extra land, so Faithless Looting is going to come in handy at some point. We can pass, or we can, basically we have the option of Geist Slamming this and taking 2, or playing this card. And given that we have a Geist Flame already, and this card can flash back at some point, we just want to preserve our life total. Like, next turn he's most likely playing a Giralf's Messenger. So we're going to Rolling Tumbler here, and then search for action with Faithless Looting next turn. And this looks like the Giralf's Messenger. Yep. So we go to 14. Alrighty, so the second red source is pretty awesome. And we're going to start digging. It's a shame we don't have like a Garruk or something in this spot, but oh well. See if we can find something. So that's pretty good. I don't really want to discard 2 land here because I eventually want to be able to flash back Rolling Tumbler. So we're going to discard Faithless Looting and the Forest. And we're going to run out our Daybreak Ranger. In all likelihood, it's just going to die, but if it doesn't, it will control the game for us. I have yet to flip one of these today. All of mine just keep dying. Come on, no remove. Damn. Oh well. Was hoping for no removal spell. Okay. So, what line can we take here? If we Rolling Tumbler, we're going to take 4 from the Giralf's Messenger. Don't really want a Rolling Tumbler. Don't really want to flashback Think twice. Jeez, it's just like nothing is good to do here. This kind of sucks. Rolling Tumbler does accomplish nothing right now. Well, if I'm going to do something, Faithless Looting is the thing to do because we see more cards than Think Twice. Question is, what am I actually looking for at this point? The answer is probably Huntmaster. Huntmaster the Falls would be good. So we Faithless Looting, and I'm going to take 5 and go to 8. He's going to have 3 cards in hand. He doesn't have another Giralf's Messenger, or he would have played it. He might commit more to the board then. Alright, well, either way, the first step of the plan is Faithless Looting. And just looking for gas, anything reasonable in general. Like that stuff, that's pretty good. So, we need both of our lands now. That sucks. Land 5, land 6, we're going to Burning Vengeance, Flashback Kill. Darn it. This kind of sucks. Geist Flame. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to discard Daybreak Ranger Geist Flame because we need the Rolling Tumbler. Do we need the Rolling Tumbler? We don't need the Rolling Tumbler. Alright, so it's Daybreak Ranger, Rolling Tumbler. Alright, so it feels like the line this turn is probably to Geist Flame his Gravecrawler to buy some life. We'll go to 10. He rebuys Gravecrawler. We play Burning Vengeance and flashback Think Twice, killing the Geralt's Messenger, and we go to 8. We go to 6 if we don't Geist Flame. Is that relevant? 6 and 8? 2 cards in hand? Probably not. Alright, we probably don't have to Geist Flame here. So we prevent us 2 damage. Yeah, we don't have to Geist Flame here. Yeah. And we're going to go to 8. And we're going to play Burning Vengeance. And he played, like, hopefully he just doesn't have Naturalize. That would suck, but it's not like there's anything we can do to play around Naturalize at this point. If he has it, he has it. Oh, he's got to stop in our end stop. This is bad. Oh, he's Altars Reaping? Sure, guy. Does that mean we die? Jeez, this is going to be brutal. If he has another Geralt's Messenger, this is going to suck, because it looks like we're about to stabilize, too. We need the Geist Flame to help stabilize, so... yeah, we're going to be Think Twicing... shooting the Gravecrawler. Alright. Guess we find out if he has another one. That's cute. That doesn't do much, though. Yeah, that doesn't accomplish anything. Yeah, I'm completely fine with Gruesome Deformity Discovery. It doesn't do anything. Alright. And he didn't even bring back his Gravecrawler. Such a fish. Okay, so... what do we have to do in this spot to not die? We're at 2. If he has a Geralt's Messenger, he would have just played it, so we don't need to play around Geralt's Messenger. If we flash back, we have 6 lands, so if we flash back, Geist Flame, that kills his Geralt's Messenger. Question is, do we flash back now, or do we let him Altars Reap? Flashing, there's no difference. There's actually no difference. Like, I guess he can play Gravecrawler if we pass, so yeah, there's no downside to killing it now. So the question is, do we want to play our land? So well, I guess we can also think twice if we play a land. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I guess playing land also plays around a second Gruesome Deformity or Gruesome Discovery or whatever the card's name is. Might as well play the land first because that's a land I want to tap. Alright. So we're at 2 life, so like we're just dead to, yeah, basically Geralt's Messenger and that's it, and that's only for 1 turn. And if we get to untap, we're okay. So I'd like to think we stabilized. He's got 3 out of 46 to hit, so... basically 1 in 15. Don't get there. Don't do it. Don't 6% me. Played a land, that's good. Oh, Diagraph Goal, I can fight that. Yep, that's cool. Oh, more creatures. Oh, the sick fucking slow roll. That's sicko. That sucks. Well, why not? Killed myself first. Yep. That sucked. I really, really, really like this deck, but it does not seem like it's a contender in the new Innistrad Black format. Don't know what to do, what we could do that would change it or anything. So I guess it's just back to the drawing board. Yeah, not really too sure what we can do with this. So I guess with that, I'm going to call it quits for now. I might be back later tonight around like midnight or something, and if not, I should be on streaming tomorrow around the same time, around 5 p.m. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and if you haven't already, check out NextLevelMTGCoaching.com, and check out the YouTube page for more videos like this if you liked this one. Thanks for watching, everyone.